Good morning, everyone. How are you? Happy Monday. Making sure we're all checked in. I'm excited to welcome the week with a lymph support bounce. And just for those of you who are confused about the schedule, you know, me too. Making a little bit of a transition over. And so, we're live. Okay, good. The schedule for the rest of June and July, May went fast, right? The schedule for the rest of June and July will be up by the end of the week, and we're gonna push it all the way through till September. The good news is in September, we are going to have a few new offerings, which is kind of exciting. We're moving an additional class offering. We're always going to welcome the week. I think I'm going to change it from set the week to welcome the week. A little more focus. Welcome the week with a bounce that is either cardio-based or lymph support. Then we will also have a strength training session, whether that is more subtle strength, the strength of mobility, the strength of flexibility. We'll have that once a week. And then we'll also have something that is a little more focused on a cardio, pushing of the edge, etc. So we're moving to 3 classes a week in September. It's pretty excited. I think I am. Are you? All right. So today we're going to be easy breezy with it. Let's come on up onto our rebounder. And we're going to start with something called a health bounce. So for anybody who is a beginner to rebounding, this is the perfect start for us all. It literally is just allowing yourself to feel that sifting motion throughout your body. And for some of us, it can take a minute to kind of find that relationship with the bungees. If you have really loose bungees on your rebounder, you're probably going to find it right away, and it might require you to be a little bit more connected through your center, a little bit more focused on maintaining your balance and maintaining your alignment of your knees over your ankles, your hips over your ankles as well, your shoulders over your hips, making sure that we're not going forward and back, things like that. So just see if you can find that vertical alignment. You know that when we stack building blocks up on top of each other, sometimes one can be a little off, but if it's too far off, it knocks the whole thing down, right? So that's the idea. We're dynamic, we're shifting on and off midline, and we're doing it in such a way that just kind of offers up a sense of resilience when it comes to our posture, meaning we can fall off, we can get back on. So as we get into our health bounce, let's just feel our feet getting wider. Let's bend our knees a little bit more so we can let that weight of our body translate through our legs, through our feet, into the mat, and essentially into the bungees. So you know what happens when you stretch an elastic. If you let go of the stretch, it recoils back to you. And that's exactly what's happening on the rebounder here. We're pushing down to stretch it, and it's recoiling back up. And so we're just doing it at a more rapid speed than you might do with like a rubber band, okay? All right, so let's try to find our balance, and then let's start listening to the beat of the music. We're going down, 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 down. Yeah, can you feel the down beat? And if you are going slow, or your rebounding bungees are a little looser again, you might find that you have to bend your knees a little more and make your presses smaller. So down, 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 down. Good. Let's take our hands to our hips. Let's bend our knees a little bit more. And as you start to work for pacing, you might even find that you hinge your hips forward just a little bit, just to find that connection to your body. Good. Pushing down. I think I've lost my chat today, so if you're here, welcome. I'll check in at the end. Otherwise, let's just move it, yeah? Pushing and breathing. Good. Let those arms hang down. Press them into your sides. We're going to take the right arm out slowly. A little balance challenge. It's very subtle. Left side. Your job is to stay equally weighted as much as possible in both feet. That's all. Good. Reach it out. Pull it in. You can feel that little subtle shift as you go. Just do the best you can to maintain your stance. Good. One more each side. We reach. Pull it back in. Excellent. Good. Let's reach our arms forward and bring them to the sides. Forward to the sides. Forward to the sides. That's it. Good. Reach from your back. pull from your back. Excellent. For 4, 3, 2, we're gonna reach forward to stay and then row those arms. Pull them back, reach them forward. Pull them back, reach them forward. If doing the 2 movements is too much for your brain right now, that's okay. Do as much as you can. We'll get there together. Stretch, pull, stretch, pull. Give me 4 more. Reach and back. 3 and 2. Last one, pull those elbows right next to your sides. We're just gonna lift the elbows up and down. Good. So sometimes getting that upper body warmed up can help our alignment. We open up that chest. We find a little more connection to our back muscles. We feel a little more supported in the upper body as well as our lower body. Good. Keep that bounce going. Tiny bit slower than the last pace. So this time you can let your bounces be a little higher. We're not leaving the mat yet. Yeah, we're just moving our fluids. Good. Lift your elbows and stay. We're gonna slice the arms out, pull them in. As you slice out, open your chest. Good. Breathing and reaching. Give me 4 and 3 and 2. Open to stay. Now just the right arm slices in and then we'll switch. Switch and switch and switch. Good. Keep those elbows lifted. Chest is wide, neck is long. Reaching side to side. You got it. For 4, for 3, for 2. Both arms reach out and stay. Hold it there. Yeah, a little shoulder work, a little warm up. Let's draw little circles as we bounce. Think of your middle finger having a laser beam coming out of it. You're just drawing circles on either side of the room. For 4, 3, 2, reverse your circle. That's it. All right, heart rate starting to lift a little bit. Starting to feel those fluids moving. 2 and 1. Let those arms hang down, shake them out. All right, we're gonna do one more little arm movement. Reach your arms up overhead to a V, pull them down, elbows, hands. Good. Let the pull down help you. Breathing deep through your chest, reaching wide from your back, feeling your heels grounding into the mat. You got it. Give me 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Lift it up and let your arms come down slowly all the way to the ground. Shake them out. Let's slow down the bounce until we can pause it for a moment. Then we're gonna do a little ankle rolling out to the side. So the intention of our Monday bounce class is really to welcome in the week with some good nourishing movement. Hopefully some jokes if I can get there. One more. Just some good positive feelings. Let's reverse outside to inside. The goal here in Jay-Z Studio Online is really to meet yourself where you need to be met. You know? 2 and 1. Let's reverse to the other side. Circle that ankle. So if you have any big goals in terms of fitness, body composition, that sort of thing, it's okay to have those goals. I just want to encourage you not to let them run your entire life, yeah? Because sometimes those goals, they live outside of you. They're an expectation from another place and time that doesn't have a whole lot to do with your heart. Let's reverse. And so when we're working on the ability to meet ourselves where we are today, in service of the goals we have, I feel like a lot of times we're coming from a much more heart-centered place, and that's much more acceptable to our brain. You know, we gotta do a lot more work with our brain. Last one. All right, so we're gonna heel together and heel together. As you're pulling your heel, or reaching your heel up and pulling your toes back, I want you to really flex that foot. Yeah. And just to finish that last thought, when we are trying to convince ourselves to do something hard, it's a lot more energy output, a lot more obstacle navigation into our mind space. When we are doing something in service of, just boosting our mood, meeting ourselves where we're at, we ease into it like it's gonna be pretty simple, like we can accomplish it, we're capable of it. Your brain gets on board a little quicker. And realistically, we just passed that 10-minute mark. And it's about 10 minutes before, in order to get past the obstacles. Like, should I really do this class? Is it gonna be what I need? Is it gonna be what I want? Is it gonna help me get to my goals? Do I really like rebounding? Do I really wanna move my body? Etc. Let's take the heels to the diagonal. You gotta get through that 10 minutes. And the answer is usually like, oh, right, I remember. I actually like how I feel when I'm moving my body. I forgot, because I felt pretty crappy when I woke up this morning. But I had to remind myself that I like how I feel when I move my body. The affirmation of the day, I like how I feel when I move my body, yeah? And that can exist on a whole dynamic spectrum. All right, we've been going slow. You can stay with this tempo. We're gonna go back to the front, but we're gonna start doing a little faster. So heel and heel. And it's natural to add a little bounce into that, so whatever the rebounder does for you, you can accept that into the choreography. Good, and just kind of marching, but keeping that foot working to pull the toes back. Why? Because when we pull those toes back, we're activating some muscles on the front of our shin, which help us balance up here. Yeah, we're not that high off the ground, but sometimes the balance situation can be like, ooh, okay, it's a lot. Let's take these heels out to the V on the diagonal. Gonna be a little lollipop guild walk. We'll be all right. Reach it out, reach it out, reach it out. Remember, lymph work is not your most intense work. So if you are in a space where you're like, oh, I hit it hard, go for it. But just remember, you're working your cardiovascular system. There's definitely a benefit to lymph, but pure lymph work is often just really gentle, fluid. Yeah. How can you make your arms fluid, yeah? All right, keep your taps going. Come back to the front, but this time we're gonna go to the ball of the foot. Just tap the ball of the foot. Push your ankle forward. So we're no longer pulling the toes back. Now we're opening the front of the ankle, yeah. That's it. Feel your knee reaching forward. Feel your posture staying upright. Good. When is the last time you actually took a minute to welcome the week? The world wants us to think that Monday is horrible, but what if we flip the script? And I don't mean that toxically positive, because certainly Monday is challenging for yours truly as well. But I'm just like, what if I welcomed it in and all it had to bring, even its grumpiness, what would that feel like? Just a question. Give me 4. Good, we're gonna take the same thing out to the side. When you tap to the side, start to open up your hip. Press your knee open. You get a little hip mobility, yeah? Good. All right, so let's see where we are right now. Yeah, so heart rate is a low to moderate pace on purpose. I'm just checking in. We're in kind of a brisk walk zone. That's where we start to get into some of our ability to use different sources of fuel. It's where we're working on circulation versus power, and it all counts. Here we go, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, come back to the center, put both feet down. We're gonna start to lift our right foot up, 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 up. There it is. Good. In the event that lifting this knee is not where your balance is just yet, lift the heel, lift the heel, lift the heel, okay? So we'll start here. I'm pulling those elbows back. The heel is lifting. If you can, lift the knee. Let's check in with our standing leg. Are you locking out that knee, or are you letting the motion flow through all the way down through your foot and up through your body, yeah? Almost like having no joints at all, in a good way. Good. All right, give me 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it down, just find that bounce. When you're ready, start lifting the left heel up. Left heel up. Yes. Good. So we're working all the joints and especially the hips. We got a little lymph situation, lymph orientation around our hips. And it's nice to give a little pump into that area, a little circulation, a little warmth. All right, are you ready? Lift that knee if it's possible. Good. It's a good chance to check in with your balance on your supporting leg. Imagine that you're putting your heel down in the same place every time. Good. Push, push. You got it. Reach up through the crown. Nice work. Give me 4, 3, 2, back to the center. We're gonna turn our legs out a little bit from the hips. You don't have to be a ballerina here. You wanna feel balanced, but your knees and toes are pointing on the diagonal. We're gonna start with the heel, heel, heel. That's it. Holding in the toes, and we're gonna pull those elbows back because we are gonna lift the knee in a minute. We wanna get the arms out of the way. All right. Feel strong on your standing leg. When you're ready, if you're ready, lift your knee up, up, up. That's it. Breathe in, breathe out. Let that warmth just slowly come to a simmer. We are not redlining today. That's a different class. Yeah. Good. Give me 8, 7, 6, and 4, 3, 2, come back to the other side. Lift the heel first. Yeah. Good. Push and pull. Let those arms swing. Good. Breathe however you need to. Sometimes I like to make noise. Sometimes I don't like to make noise. Let's find that new beat. If and or when you're ready, let's lift that knee up. Go up, 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 up. There you go. So any of my lymphedema folks, you're staying close to the mat. I applaud you for paying attention to your boundaries, yeah? You're staying in that health bounce. I'm gonna keep giving you some options to stay close to the mat. And of course, for my folks who want a little more energy, you can add a little bounce at any point in time. You are in charge. You get to choose. 2, 1, all right. We're in a down bounce, health bounce. Bring your legs as close as you can manage them. We're gonna start sliding them out. Inner thigh slide in. Good. Slide out. Slide in. Soft knees. Let your whole body be a part of the bounce. You're not locking out. The locking of the knees and hips is the number one thing that'll throw you off balance. Good. It's the same in architecture. I live in Chicago, the Windy City, which is actually called that because of the politicians. But there is a good deal of wind here too. So you know that if those buildings downtown are at least any amount stiff, then we're gonna run into some issues, namely falling in, falling over. So they build them with a little sway. They build them with a little give in their joints so they can move with the elements. That's you and your knees. Build them with a little bit of adjustment room, okay? Keep them not totally bent, not totally locked. 2, good, come in. We're gonna go to tiptoe, side to side. Roll into the ball of the foot. Swinging your arms, yeah. Good work, everybody. Staying with it. If you are wearing a heart rate monitor, check in with it. Right now we're easing on up. More close to like the 40-50% of our max. Maybe a little higher. Simple math is 220 minus your age, although I just had a birthday, so now it's thrown off. So 220 minus your age is your max heart rate. Now, depending on your level of fitness, it's gonna change, you know? But go about 30, 40, 50% of that. See if you can work that for the next few moments. Good. Let's take our tiptoe into single, single, double. So we go 1, 2, 2. 1, 1, 2. That's what it is. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. Yeah. If the heart rate stuff confuses you, then this is a good time to just check in. On a scale of 1 to 10, we're having a conversation, but you still are a little breathy, okay? You're not gasping. That's not where we're at right now. You can hear it in my breath. You gotta breathe to keep going. Good, one more. Single, single, double, and then come back down. Good. Let's let that Chicago L train go by. We're actually in the city. All right, you hear where we are right now. Let's heel to our feet a little wider. We're gonna bend those knees a little closer because the tempo has quickened, and we're gonna start our bounce balance. Keep it close to the mat if you can. Pump those arms. Good. That's it. Now we're gonna go all doubles. 2 each side. 2. Push, push. Push, push. That's it. Give me 4, 3, 2. Get ready to swing those arms and shift that weight side to side, singles. There we go. Good. Start to lift your heels a little more. Get a little more mobility in those ankles. If you are working barefoot like me, such a good circulatory act for our feet. Push, 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 push. That's it. Swing, swing, swing. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give me doubles, doubles. 2. Almost went back to our tiptoe. Push, push, push. Hi, flashlight. Maybe he'll make a cameo. We don't have a flash cam today. We'll get one. At another point in time, go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Singles. Good. She picked it up. She almost lost it, but she got it back. Can you get a little lower in your legs? Swing your arms a little more. Let's pick it up for the last piece of this song. Push and pull. Come on, come on. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Both heels go down, hands to the chest. Push down, 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 down. You got it. Good. Stay connected to the mat. Work the down bounce or lift your feet. Your choice. Finish strong. Good, 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 good. Stay here. We finish in 4, 3, 2. Finish with your bounce balance. Single, side to side. We go. Let it be free. Let that warmth travel. Breathe in. Breathe out. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take a little lofty bounce, yeah? Good. Just let everything shake out. Woo. A little twist from the hips, side to side, can be beautiful. Awesome work. Come back in the center, big breath in. And then let your arms melt down. That's it. One more time, big breath in. And let them come down. All right, quick drink if you need it, yeah? We're gonna start to do a little step tap, side to side. So in some of the classes, you're gonna see a lot more choreography. Some of the classes, you're gonna see a lot more focus on skill building, whether that's the skill of tempo or speed, or the skill of the step, yeah? But for right now, cross and tap in front, yeah? Good. Join us after your drink if you've got the drink. We're just gonna get this step into our body. Good. We're gonna do a little pattern, nothing too complicated. All right, so you keep step touching. I'm gonna show you what happens. So we're gonna step tap, down, knee to elbow, knee to elbow. Tap, down, knee to elbow, knee to elbow. Tap, wide, cross, cross, and tap. Wide. Can you join me on the left? Tap the right, open wide. Touch left, wide, cross, and cross. You got it. Touch. Side, cross. Good. Touch. Wide. Woo. Good. Catch yourself. Touch. Wide, cross, cross. Touch. Wide, cross, cross. Touch. Wide, cross, cross. Touch. Wide, cross. Good. Stay in the center. Tap, tap. All right. So that's our slow bit. We want to see if we can double time it. So keep tapping. Let me show you what it looks like to pick it up a little bit. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I know, complicated. Touch, wide, cross, down. Touch, wide, cross, down. Touch, wide, cross. Touch, wide, cross. Can you meet me? Touch, cross, touch, cross, touch, cross. I'm being purposefully easy with those arms, so whatever makes sense, just watch that elbow or work that elbow in the cross. Good. That's it. Touch, cross, touch, cross, touch, cross, touch. Give it a little jazz for yourself, yeah? Tell me you're Gen X without telling me you're Gen X. Jazz it up, everybody. Let me see your jazz hands. Good. Tap, cross, tap, cross, tap. You got this. For 4. For 3. Good. For 2. For 1, give me a bounce balance, side to side. Good. Let it flow. Yes. All right, everybody. Good. Let's walk it into tiptoe. We're just about at the point where we're going to do a little core connection and a little lymph massage to finish. So, can we come in the center? Whether you are going to stay connected to your mat or not is your choice. So we're going to go into a pencil bounce just to pull ourselves all together. Arms by your side. And you can simply bounce down, or you can get some loft. Good. So let's just find this alignment. I want you to feel like you're zipped up through your center. The center of your body, yeah? We're not thinking about outside body shape. We're thinking about inside energy. Pulling it all the way together. Reaching down through the feet, reaching up through the crown of the head. Arms staying nice and in alignment with the sides of our body. One of the things we want to remember is that in the event that this exacerbates any issues with urgency in terms of having to use a restroom, urination, etc., take the bounce out of it, make it smaller. It might be too much for you today. It's good to revisit because this one is a great pelvic floor strengthener, but we've got to take into account what we're coming to the table with. So if you are postnatal, if you have had any issues with prolapse, if you've got anything going on with incontinence, going for a big bounce, you know, it might be disappointing. So that's okay. Just downgrade it. We're almost done. Using the inner thighs, you can stay close to the mat. You can just stand there and breathe. Breath work is so great for helping strengthen the whole inner unit. Purposeful breath work. Good. All right, if you're with me bouncing, we're gonna do some jumping jacks, just nice and lofty. If you're close to the mat, you can slide, yeah? Don't worry about cadence or tempo right now, let's just move. Let's just enjoy this big bounce finish before we come down to the mat. Good. Excellent work, everybody. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax all the way down. Really nice work, everybody. Good. Let's just let the bounce settle itself. Couple deep breaths. How are you feeling? A little buzzed? Sometimes we get a little bit tunnel vision here, so let's expand our vision. Let's see the panorama of it all in the room, whether you have to turn your head or just widen your gaze. Good. All right. Let's widen our feet a little bit more. We're gonna get ready to take it down to the mat, but first we're gonna just do a little juicy shoulder work. Shift your weight to the side, roll it up and back. Let it feel good. Yeah, all that tension that you may have had before, just squeeze it out. Good. Excellent. Let your hips move, let your back move for 4. Good. 3 and 2. The last thing we're gonna do is just some slow little squats. So we're gonna fold in those hips, we're gonna sit down low and come all the way up. If you've got it lower, go lower. If you need to stay where you are, or go slower, go slower. Down and press. Nice work. Lower it down, reach. Push it back up. Give me 4 more. Down. Think of these more as folding in our joints, working that closing and opening for 2. 1 more. We're gonna stay down in our squat. Now, if you have to take your legs a little straighter or take your squat to the floor, go for it. If you can lower your squat down to the mat and get that lower back stretch, go for it here. So, one of my favorites. Yeah. Good. Now, let's all make our way down to the mat by whatever means possible. Come to a diamond with your feet. Take your arms out to the side and just take a little stretch forward. Breathing nice and easily. Good. Roll up through the spine, trace the frame of your rebounder, and then lift your chest up as you reach back. Let's do it again, reaching forward. All the way over. Lengthening from the tip of the tailbone through the crown of your head. See if you can feel that nice oppositional energy. And then come all the way up. Move your spine, lift your chest. And come back to center. All right, let's slide forward in a seat that's a little more comfortable here. We're gonna take our left hand to our right knee. Just a little gentle twist over the right shoulder. Look at something interesting. Good. And then come back on the other side. Turn it all the way around. Very nice. Good. And come back to center. And I'm going to change our music just to give us a little bit more of a vibe for our last lymph massage. So we're going to go back to this one. Yeah. Good stuff. All right, so just a little bit of fluid motion, not to say that we haven't been doing that the entire time, but just something that's I find helpful. We're gonna start with our hands on either side of our throat, just watching the microphone, and just let your hands kind of drag down along your neck. This is very gentle, a light but defined touch. So we're not pushing in on our neck. It's more like we're trying to find a little traction between our hands and maybe your sweat. And then you're just gonna do a little gentle tug. So imagine that you're just trying to gently shake out a piece of fabric. Maybe you've hung a piece of laundry on a line and there's some leaves on it. You're just gently shaking it out so they'll fall to the ground. That's the quality of it. And as you just tug a bit, starting to slow your breathing down, just starting to feel that sense of release. Yeah. As you come down to your collarbones, let your hands rest on your chest and just continue with that Again, just gentle pull of your elbows down. So each week, usually on social media, I like to give a little focus for folks surrounding their movement, experiencing it in different ways. And this week's focus centers around what we can do to help ourselves calm down prior to showing up. Okay, so from here, we're gonna do these like kind of, I don't know if this is Dr. Spock or not, but we're gonna pretend it is. So 2 and 2 fingers, and we're gonna put them right around either side of our ears, and just do a gentle tug with your hands around your ears, around your jaw. So the thing about getting calm and calming down to show up is for each one of us, it's gonna look a little different. Some of us are gonna need to slow down, and some of us are gonna need to speed up. And it's up to you to investigate what's gonna be the best choice for you. So I offer you that today. Good, just a couple more little tugs. And then slowly letting your arms slide down all the way. You coming over? No. He says no. No. Take your arms out to the side, and just for our final little motion, this one feels dancey, but just let it be natural, organic. Just let it be a movement of your spine as you reach side to side. Another way to encourage our circulation and our lymph is just to find fluid motion, yeah? So it's nice to be able to just have the experience of that qualitative movement. Yeah, good. All right, let those arms draw down, round your spine. Good, lift up, lift your chest. We're gonna stand together as a team in 3, 2, and 1. Excellent, let those arms hang down. Flash, are you coming over? Yeah, he's gonna come over and say hi. Can you come up? Don't do that. Can you come up? He's like, I can come up on the rebounder. All right, my friends, if you're new here, thank you for being here. If you are one of my veterans, look forward more to come. We're gonna try to remember our final action. We will have tech issues abundant. We're not gonna see it today, are we? That's all right. That's all right. All right. Our final action is to ask ourselves why the moves matter to us today. So why did the movement that you did in class today, why did it matter to your life? Just for today, not the big picture. We don't get too existential. Maybe it helped you calm down, maybe it helped amp you up, maybe it helped you welcome in the week. No matter what it is, it's important that we acknowledge it each time we move, because then it downloads a better pattern for habit building, especially when it's something that really mattered to us. So I'll encourage you to come back. Please leave a comment. Please like, share, subscribe. If you received some goodness from me today or in any of my classes, I always appreciate your support to keep the channel going. All the links are in each of the show notes and or the class notes, so to speak, podcasting, recording, whatever it is. And for more information about all of my stuff, go on over to Jenna-Zaffino.com. We're going to be disrupting a few things, namely all the focus on calories. And if that makes you angry, well, join us up, because let's have some good conversations about it. We've got some work to do. All right, big love to all of you. See you soon, Thursday.